folks? Today we're here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for the 2025 Spring Rod Run. Dawn, are you ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
I'm excited for the rod run. I want to get out there in that strip and take in as much as I can before it downpours.
Yeah, and we
call for rain. So.
We are being threatened with rain. In fact, it looks like it's going to come down any moment. Now, the one thing for sure is there's not as many rods here than years past. There's also rumors that Pigeon Forge might not renew the car show, which is at the LeConte Center, might not renew the show. So if that happens, we might not have a rod run anymore. I don't know if the rods would still come out, even though the show and the swap meet is not going on. So this could, you never know, this could be the last year that we do this, you know? Yeah, there's not nearly as many rods as that there has been in the past. So it's kind of sad for folks who love the rod run. Of course, the folks who don't love the rod run, they're all rejoicing. But you gotta remember, the reason why the rod runs were here was because this time of year is usually dead and nobody really visits during this little transition period from spring break to Easter. And then there's a little slow period between Easter and when the kids get out of school. So, you know, how are you gonna bring revenue into town? Things like that. Yeah, so out here in front of the Holiday Inn, there's always a good collection of classic cars, antique cars, muscle cars, rods, you name it. Oh my goodness, there's a whole semi-load coming in over there. If you got them, bring them, right?
Yeah.
Even by the semi-load. And as soon as we get out here, guess what happens?
It rains.
It's raining. It's pouring. It's a pouring. Nothing like a Smoky Mountain rain. This is just a little shower passing through. In fact, it's already starting to let up. But we should get a few more of these as the day goes on. But it's not stopping a lot of these rods from running. They're out there driving the strip. You never know what contraption you'll see driving down the road, even an old hillbilly shack. I think the rain has let up enough to where we can start walking the strip. Hopefully we don't step in any mud puddles. But we got about an hour to get over towards Cheddar's. That's where we're gonna meet up with some of our friends and have lunch. And then afterwards, we'll go back out again and we'll catch as many of these cars as we can. You know, Belvedere, Innova. Normally, all these spots will be filled with rods. You don't see that anymore. And there's even a lot of front spaces here that are either empty or doesn't have a rod in it. In fact, this poor guy, he left his window down Nice Nova though. A nice SS. Dawn, Smokey and the Bandit. So this is the 79th Indianapolis 500 official pace car. Pretty sharp looking. Yet again, normally there would be rods in every single parking space here. You see that thinning throughout the whole strip. Now it's just one every so often. Brewster Speed Shop, Sevierville, Tennessee. So that rain let up quite a bit.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch out for water puddles, right?
Yep. You don't want to get a soaker.
Yeah, no soakers. Wow. And there's not a lot of rods here. It's changed quite a bit, folks. I was just talking to a subscriber to the channel who brings his cars down every year and has been coming here since he was a little boy, and he was saying that it's sad to see if you're, you know, into the rods.
I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah. A lot of nice rides here though. My dad had an old F100. I think it was a little newer than this one, but it had the same color scheme. Except for I think he had a stripe, a red stripe down the side. But yeah, it's that brings back, whenever I see one of those old Ford F100s, it always brings back memories riding in the back of the pickup. And this is Friday afternoon, so yeah, looks more like a Tuesday. That's one heck of a golf cart there. I'm pretty sure it's a golf cart. But I don't want this video to sound down, but it's gonna come across that way anyways. I mean, that's just reality. Not everything can be, you know, joyous, I guess. But wow. Now we noticed this last year, and it's even worse this year. Don't know if it's coming or going. I haven't seen one of those Mercury Cougars in a long time.
Where's all the rods at down here? Seems like they've been getting less and less every year.
Yeah,
less and less people are coming.
You're right. It's exactly what it is. This area has always had a bunch. I remember there used to be a camper. They used to come every year, like an old 50 style camper. And oh, there's a Rocky Top Moonshine, huh?
Yeah.
This parking lot here, they have security, and they're trying to keep any rods from going into there. That's something new. Usually they would just charge you for parking, right?
Yeah.
During the rod runs, the hotels do very well. Some of the restaurants do very well. But a lot of the gift shops, things like that don't do well because a lot of the folks that come for rod runs don't get into that stuff. So those businesses usually express their opinions about not liking the rod runs. Yeah, I've seen this one over the years. Oh my goodness, there's a Mountain Dew box truck. Redneck Customs.
He's going up the mountain with his moonshine. He's shooting this guy going to the outhouse. Tickle your innards.
I like they got the halo lights in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this can make a good camper.
It kind of reminds you of the old moonshine or Mountain Dew moonshine commercial.
Yep.
If you
Tickle your
type-
innards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And it's
You
got a
type
little
it in.
coontail on top. Oh, always have interesting things here. Yeah, great artwork. It will tickle your innards.
Did you get that? Look at the cork pop through his hat. The cork popped a hole in his hat.
Yeah,
That is cool.
it is, it is.
This is probably the coolest thing down here this year.
You like this?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you have a whole party in here.
What up, dude? What y'all doing? Chilling? Oh, you got that.
Wade and Sons Texaco. You got the American flag.
Yeah. That's kind of
Wow.
cool. Different.
An old
Go
service
inside.
truck.
Look inside. Oh, it's got a speaker. Like an old microphone style.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
And there's nuts.
And there's
like
nuts?
a gun in the back seat.
Well, don't. Let's not show that.
No. I never seen a speaker for a knob. Oh, look at the foot pedal. It is a foot.
Yeah.
You can take your sock and shoe off and like barefoot it. This is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Go around
A lot
this
of
way.
a lot of interesting things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got some pretty neat rides here.
Yeah.
It's a very nice Mercury Comet. It's got the teardrop hood. There's a lot going on here. You got the cowgirl over there. And you got a Bronco. You got the Super Bee. Different license plates from different states. Tribute to Elvis. In 1978, this thing is just as old as I am, Don. The kids with those trucks throwing beads, well, the city's been getting down on them as well. Yeah, I don't see nearly as many. It's a Pinto station wagon. Radio flyer.
That was cool. I give it a thumbs up for that one.
Fantastic Voyage.
Ride.
Slippity slide.
Ride.
Yes.
It looks like it's fun.
There's a song about that,
Yeah, I
right?
thought there was a song on it.
Anyways, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like the colors.
Definitely 70s, right? Got that 70s
Yeah.
look. 80s. And whenever I see one, it reminds me of Smokey and the Bandit. It doesn't matter what color or... Yeah, so we're gonna stop and have lunch at Cheddar's. And we got some friends that are meeting up with us here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. At least for the next couple hours, we're gonna sit around and chill. And then afterwards, we'll hit the strip a little more.
Here. Move the plates in.
Yeah, blow them out. Don't spit. I'm not going to. Don't, whatever you do.
1, 2, 3.
Not.
Hurry. Oh, they're trick ones.
Come on, Don.
They're trick ones.
Come on, Don.
Don't mess with Big Ugly. Actually, it's not that ugly at all. I like it.
I like it.
I like the color.
Yeah.
It's got that Tennessee orange going on. The rain hasn't really let up. It's been consistent now. And we did have a birthday dinner for Dawn and some other friends that were having their birthdays as well. So it was like a 3-part birthday, right? And the food was great. Cheddar's, I highly recommend Cheddar's. Beautiful Camaro, GTO, and an old Bel Air. Yeah, so this Nova here has got Weld racing rims. It's all tubbed out in the back, ready for the drag strip. Huh. There goes those trucking kids. Little Honda Monkey. I think it's part Jeep parked, military truck parked. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? And don't forget about the after party. We can't wear our mics because of the pouring rain, so it might be a little hard to hear Dawn. But she's back there, right? She's there, guys, and there's a couple cool ones coming up here on the right. Pigeon Forge has put up a lot of barricade on the Parkway. I think it's to keep people from, there goes a little Bronco. but it keeps people from putting chairs up and people jumping out of cars and vice versa. And you can see they've done that going all the way down to almost the island. Dawn, Sanford and Son. Remember? Yeah, the junkyard, right? Yes. Yeah, I could just picture Fred and Lamont cruising around in that. Oh my goodness, it's a Chevy Chevette. Blast from the past, and they only want $2,900 for it. It's actually, I wonder if it runs good. It could be a fun little car to play with, right? 2,900 bucks. But yeah, wow. You just don't see these around anymore. What do you think about the Chevette?
It's kind of cute.
Does it bring back memories?
Yeah.
Did you ever ride in one of those?
I might have.
I think everybody has. But yeah, they were kick butt little cars. They were not very safe though. The safety back then wasn't anywhere like what it is today. And I think I had a friend who was injured seriously. And it's not a laughing matter, but in a Chevette, so. Yeah, but there's nothing like walking down the Parkway, taking in all these rides, the excitement in the air. The smell of diesel, a lot of smell of diesel in the area. Of course, diesel, yeah. And yeah, you know, the diesel kids are out. It looks like there's a crazy rat rod. Redneck crazy. Don't laugh, it's paid for. You never know what you're gonna find here on the strip. And we have the gangsters out here. I think this might be the first year that we've ever have come to a rod run this rainy. Now tomorrow night it's supposed to be a lot better weather, so we're hoping to catch it then as well. But now this end of the Parkway seems to have some more rides over here. A nice little King Cobra, a little Cobra 2 5.0. Very, very nice. Those Cobra 2s were pretty quick and they were small. Beep, beep. I think that's Bugsy, isn't it? Or is it Al Capone? Al Capone. He looks... Yeah, I think that's Al Capone. An AMC Matador. You don't see those anymore either. Not many of them out there. Dawn, they have a stripper pole.
Its own disco ball.
Yeah, the kids are crazy, aren't they? Whenever I see a Mustang like that, it reminds me of that Vanilla Ice video. And then this van belongs to a guy called Freak Andy. I don't know if we want to hang out in Freak Andy's van. That's his van. So the kids are going by in their diesels and playing music, right? Like they always do. And then the one kid's back there, they were crazy. I couldn't even show you what they were doing on camera because YouTube would have taken it down. Yeah. But other than that, nobody else has flashed us their body parts yet. But I think she's all set up for some racing, Dawn. They call it the Twisted Pony. Fixer-upper, right? Fixer-upper. Absolutely no rod run parking. At one time, the Red Roof Mall charged rod runners to park their rides here, but now they don't allow you to park here at all. So times are changing, and you can see that, you know, that resistance against the rod run technically. And there's a lot of Trans Ams here this year. And they're out here working the streets. They're getting pulled over. All the squat trucks are being pulled over right and left. On the southbound lanes, they got one pulled over. And then on the northbound lanes, they got another one pulled over. That's Friday night here on the Strip. And one thing's for sure, it's not the same as it used to be. You'll notice that the cops were going after all the squatters, all the diesel kids, the squatter trucks. Yes. So, and Pigeon Forge did warn everybody about Tennessee law and about how your car has to sit level or whatever the rules are for that. So they were definitely going after them, right? There wasn't a lot of cars for a Friday night, right? Just not a lot. We will be here tomorrow night, Saturday night. We're supposed to have better weather, which means, you know, there might be a lot more going on. So we'll be here for that. We'll walk through, we'll see what's going on. It's a good day.
We had some friends, had good lunch, chatters, celebrated our birthdays. We had some cake. It was good cake.
Yeah.
We got to see the rods.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining us on our little trip walking down the Parkway here at the 2025 Spring Rod Run. Now it's time for you to go out there, have your own adventure. We love you, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Look, they have babies.
Oh.
They're in the water.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show, so be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?